blurted out. "Is she—" She trailed off, not daring to finish the question.
"Your grandmother is very weak, but she's still with us."
"Oh, thank God!" Ariana collapsed against him with relief. "I was terrified I'd be too late."
"She's been asking for you. Come, I'll take you straight to her."
A look passed between them. So many emotions and unspoken words. But now was not the time for questions. Those would come later. Instead, Dimitrios Theodosis put his arm around his daughter and steered her into the house. Shauna, Ariana's stepmother, was waiting inside. Like Dimitrios, Shauna looked shattered. Her thick red hair was pulled back in a low ponytail, and she was dressed casually in lounge pants and a fitted t-shirt. "Ariana, it's lovely to see you. I'm so sorry it had to be under these circumstances." Shauna enveloped her in a warm hug, then stood back. She knew this was a moment for Dimitrios and his daughter. Ariana followed her father through the house towards her grandmother's wing. Her stomach was in knots as the memories came flooding back. Running along these same hallways as a child, bare feet slapping against the cool marble floor. Then later, as a rebellious teenager, slipping off her Jimmy Choo stilettos and sneaking back to her room in the early hours after breaking her curfew. Her heart was pounding as they reached her grandmother's bedroom. Dimitrios squeezed her hand and pushed open the door. Inside, everything was calm and still, and surprisingly peaceful. The curtains were closed, and a low lamp burned in the corner, but there was no medical equipment, as Ariana had feared. It still looked like her grandmother's sanctuary, not an impersonal hospital room. Ilana's costume jewellery and perfume bottles were neatly arranged on the antique dressing table, while the familiar silver-framed portrait of Ariana's grandfather, Aristotle, remained on the bedside cabinet. Only the Baroque mirror had been removed, presumably to prevent Ilana from seeing how she'd deteriorated. 2 nurses were present, checking Ilana's vital signs and administering painkillers to make her more comfortable, but at a signal from Dimitrios, they left discreetly. Ariana approached the bed, stifling a gasp as she glimpsed the tiny, shrunken figure beneath the sheets. She blinked away the tears, shocked by how frail her grandmother had become, the steely, venerable matriarch, almost unrecognizable. Tentatively, Ariana sat down on the chair at Ilana's bedside. Her grandmother appeared to be asleep, her eyes closed, her breathing shallow. Her face looked grey against the crisp white pillowcase. Gently, Ariana reached for her hand. The knuckles were gnarled, the liver-spotted skin paper-thin over the criss-cross of purple veins. But as Ariana slid her palm into her grandmother's, Ilana's eyelids fluttered open. Her once bright eyes were dull and filmy, as though the light had gone out of them. "Yeah," Ariana burst out, overcome with emotion. She dropped her head, bringing Ilana's hand to her lips, feeling the coolness of her grandmother's skin. Despite everything, Ariana had always thought that by some miracle, Ilana might recover, that Dimitrios had got it wrong, and this wasn't the end. But now Ariana could see that her hope had been futile. She had to accept that her grandmother didn't have long left. "I love you, Yaya," Ariana sobbed. "So much." Ilana turned her head a fraction, just enough to see her beloved granddaughter. With what little strength she had left, she raised her other hand to caress Ariana's cheek.
"I love you too, Ariana. Always,"
she whispered, before falling back against her pillow